Good evening and welcome to News Geelong on this Friday evening. Tonight we look at the unveiling of plans for Bunyip Boulevard, the important road link between the Colac Road and the Surf Coast Highway as you come off the end of the Melbourne Geelong Ring Road. In sport, it's the action from the final round of Geelong Saturday Pennant Bowls from 2013, the World of Speedway from Avalon, and the equine excitement continued at the Geelong Racing Club meeting on Wednesday, as well as the Bureau of Meteorology weather outlook for Geelong and the Surf Coast over the next week. In 62 days, we will see the opening of the 118th season of Elite Australian Rules Football for season 2014. As News Geelong joined the Geelong Cats senior coach, Chris Scott, for his first press conference this year.
I hesitate to say, but very well. Yeah, very well. He's doing all the training that we're asking of him, and he's making a difference to the way we train on the track. He's a player that we're excited about because he was a different type of ruckman to our other guys, and we're starting to see that on the training track now. But we're taking. I should speak cautiously when it comes to Hamish because he's missed a hell of a lot of footy, not only with us, but he played 8 games in the 2 years prior to coming to us. So. Until he gets some consistency week after week and can back up from some hard games, then it would be folly for us to get too excited.
When would you envisage him plays? Have you got an idea of whether it be the pre-season games or is he going to be potentially up for round one? What's your thoughts there?
He'll definitely play pre-season games. Yeah. We haven't finalised our pre-season program for all our players, but it wouldn't surprise at all to see Hamish play the first game that's available to him. Yeah, well, Jackson's a rookie, so he needs to make sure that he performs extremely well through the pre-season. He's not available to play AFL games until we promote him onto the senior list. That hasn't happened, so that would suggest he's got a fair way to go, but his training ethic is such that it wouldn't surprise us if he pushes his way past some others. He's a little bit older than your standard rookie Jackson, so he hasn't necessarily got time on his side, but he's someone that we've persisted with for a long time because we can see the underlying talent there. When you combine that with his work ethic, then we think he's more than an even money chance to make. No, there won't be a sanction, but I can tell you the discussion, the education that's been provided to Billy will be a lot more powerful than any sanction you can imagine.
Thank you, Chris, and we wish you and the mighty Geelong Cats another top and successful season. It will be all blue and white, not like Carlton, all blue. The necessary road connection between the Colac Road, or Princes Highway, through to the Surf Coast Dual Highway will be known as Bunyip Boulevard, named in honour of an Indigenous elder who made a significant contribution to the history from our local early Geelong days, where he was known as King Billy. Ian Nichols reports.
This is the busy Torquay Road, or the Surf Coast Highway, just over the Grovedale railway line. And very soon we're going to have a connector road from Anglesey right across here to the Torquay Road, known as Bunyip Boulevard, named after William Bunyip of the Wadawurrung tribe. He was affectionately known as King Billy, and we've got quite a few stakeholders here today for the first sod being turned by the Minister for Roads, Terry Mulder. Well, there was a bit of a job there just turning that first sod.
First sod, but it's going to be a fantastic project for this community. $90.4 million, 4.5k an arterial road connecting both of those highways. I think the most important thing about this particular road is it has gone through an enormous community consultation process with local member Andrew Kados involved in that. There's been further work and more enhancements in terms of noise attenuation for the road. It's going to be a boulevard in its own right, an arterial road 80 kilometres an hour. I think my real concern would be the messages that are coming out from the opposition. They want to turn it into a freeway. Now that would mean if it's going to be turned into a freeway, it'd be 100 kilometres an hour plus, and the intersections would be replaced with ramps going into the residential areas, and that would be a disaster if that was to take place. We're very keen to stay very closely connected to the community as we build this project. King Billy, who is being named after, well-known identity in this area from the Aboriginal community. I think it's fitting that the road is named after him. And as I say, the landscaping and the feature and future designs of the road and the finish of the road will pretty much reflect a natural environment as much as you can get with a road project.
Now, Andrew, if I could just ask you, Mr Mulder raised that question. You wrote a letter to the local press about Lisa Neville's plan, and obviously it was impractical from your point of view, and as Mr Mulder has just explained.
Yeah, well, we've made it very clear, and this will be a two-lane boulevard-style road. It will not be a freeway, and that's something we have made abundantly clear. But as the Minister said, the opposition is saying they want to turn it into a freeway, and have actually requested the Minister to investigate doing that. So I've made it very clear to the residents that we want to see a two-lane arterial road, and this arterial road's function is to connect Geelong's southern suburbs here to its eastern suburbs with the eventual river crossing. It's not so much to be a freeway connection through to the Bellarine.
Thank you, Ian. The Banyul-Warri playing fields at North Torquay are very impressive, with a diversification of facilities for so many different sports, including soccer, or, as they know it, international football, and there is a strong prospect that some of the International Asian Cup competition could be coming to the Surf Coast in 2014, as Ian Nichols reports.
This is the very professional soccer pitch that's been set up here at Banyul-Warri Fields behind the Surf Coast Shire building, and they've got bigger fish to fry than just the local community having a kick of the soccer ball. They have been pre-listed, or shortlisted should we say, for the Asian Cup Football Championship, which will be one of the biggest football competitions ever to come to Australia in 2015. Big teams will be training here. That's the optimistic outlook from the Surf Coast Shire and Councillor Brian McKitterick.
It's a really exciting time, and we're looking forward to hopefully getting one of the Asian teams down here to train during the Asian Cup in 2015.
Well, there's no reason why. You obviously believe in this facility. It's magnificent. Local communities have made the most of it, but you've got bigger fish to fry. You'd like to see international soccer played here?
Yeah, I think it's all part of the process to ensure that we've got the entire sporting precinct completed, and having a training facility here for one of those Asian Cup teams would be fantastic. Put a lot of interest in the area, get a lot of tourism dollars. The community would be behind. It'd be fantastic.
Well, we know that soccer is a growing sport. There's no doubt about that.
No doubt about that. It's huge. We've got a couple of teams in the A-League, and look, local teams here. The Surf Coast are an excellent team, and Galaxy in Geelong. So I think we're building here. We've got a huge number of memberships here, and it's just one of the many sports we have here, not just AFL, but also soccer, cricket, baseball.
Well, you've got the indication that you're shortlisted, so you're well on your way to achieving your goal.
Yes, shortlisted to 27 venues around Australia, so that's fantastic out of 50. And we think we're meeting all the criteria. Of course, we're building another pitch as we speak, and that should be finished soon. And we hopefully, when the representatives come to assess the entire facilities, that will be one of the areas that's picked.
At the magnificent soccer facilities here at Banyul-Warri Fields in Torquay, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. This is News Geelong. As we go to a break, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and watch your favourite segments via YouTube each week. We'll return with more news after this.